it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Football Team. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Roberts on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. So quite a turn of events right there.
Indeed it is. I mean, they thought the worst that could happen was they'd get a field goal attempt to break the tie. Instead, interception, long return, and now the other guys have a great shot to go ahead.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 7-yard.
Mariota. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try.
For the Viking field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's the option. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3.
Allen off the play fake.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd down and 5.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Like 22, he's coming, 22.
From midfield, here's Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Vikings 3, Washington 0.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Gibson, ball carry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Open man, here's Foster. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and that'll bring up second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Watch the whip. Back to 60. 54. Watch the screen. 19 line. Street. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we got
Allen will try again on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down at 4, Mariota eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
50's the line. 50.
On first down, it's Gibson, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down now, it's Gibson, and a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
54 is Mike. 54. Drop deep. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go.
Allen from the gun on third down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, Mariota. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 24-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the 1st. Again, it's Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wild card matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Looking to throw on second down. Allen. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. The throw taken in by Sims. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
11 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, Allen. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it third.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Allen again. Got an open man. It's Foster.
Complete to
a gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
And less than a yard.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And, oh, this is going to depend on forward progress. But they're saying no, he didn't get there.
The play is a turnover on downs.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd and 9, Mariota, rush coming, and he's taken down. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. That'll be complete to Cook. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
He completes it to Westbrook. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. This will be a Vikings 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed, If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mariota. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
First down.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down, Vikings.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington football team. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
Mariota's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Yard on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick some.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to try to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
To throw again, Allen. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Third down.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
A first down throw for Mariota. And he'll lay out and pull it. For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Today, we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Football Team. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You can wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action now. Mariota. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Thomas Davis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
3rd down.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Mariota. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Montez Sweat providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 41 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone to.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long. Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
On first down, Allen. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Again, it's Allen. Got a man. It's Gibson, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To the air, Allen. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Thielen, is complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. From the gun, Mariota. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he finds Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Vikings.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Jonathan Allen.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mariota. This will be caught inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll run with Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
On the play, second and goal at the 12-yard line.
To throw is Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Mariota now. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
20-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Throwing again. Allen. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Check three. Mark 22. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Allen now on first down. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 17 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Setting up the screen for Cook. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Allen. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Allen. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
At the 37-yard line.
Now Allen again. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 37 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters block.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they open the lead up now to 25. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year.